What is up, you guys? It is JP here, not coming at you with the fitness video today. I am actually coming at you with kind of like a how do I say, like a mini vlog or a cut update. Basically, I'm gonna start giving you guys weekly updates on how my cut's going. If you guys didn't know, the last probably okay, let's just kind of start from the beginning real quick. About a year ago, or a little over a year ago, um, I had a system of cutting where I would go from I would do about a 4 week cut, and then I would do an 8 week like a surplus, kind of like not really counting calories, knowing I'm in a surplus. Um, and that's definitely, that's one way to do it. But I'm in the I have a Mass membership. Mass is just it's a research review done by a few of the very leading people in the evidence-based fitness community. And one of the people that does the Mass research review is Eric Helms, Dr. Eric Helms. So I'm in a Facebook group with them, with all of them, the people who do the Mass research review, and all the other people who have a subscription for the Mass. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. This isn't a sponsorship. I'm just letting you guys know kind of like the backstory. But eventually, I was kind of confused on when to cut. I read a few of Dr. Eric Helms' books, and obviously I read about fitness a lot, but with fitness and nutrition, there's a lot of gray area. There's very few black and whites. So when it came to cutting, I was like, I'm not really sure if I have this cutting thing down 100%, how often I should cut. So I asked Eric Helms. I just I tagged him and asked him what his opinion was, and he said he thought I was cutting too often. So that was like probably towards the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019 that had happened. So from there, I just said, okay, well, I've been doing this 4 week cut, 8 week slight surplus. So 4 week cut, 8 week surplus for a while now. Why don't I need to, to kind of help my body and kind of get out of that system. Because again, cuts aren't good for you. The cuts aren't good for you in the sense of building muscle and strength. If you're a complete beginner, you're overweight, or you're a complete beginner and you're also overweight, you could probably definitely cut, add muscle, get stronger, and lose weight at the same time. So you could lose fat, gain muscle, gain strength if you're a beginner and you're overweight. That's the easiest way to do that. The leaner you get, the harder that is to do, and the more advanced you get as a trainee, the harder it's also to do. So a lean, advanced individual is not going to be able to, I would pretty much put money on the fact that they're probably not going to be able to lose body fat and gain muscle and strength at the same time. Because if you're already somewhat lean, again, you're walking a fine line where you're kind of setting yourself up to do both poorly. So yeah, so essentially cutting is it's not the best for that's kind of like why I went on that tangent. But cutting isn't the best. You're not putting your body in the best environment to add muscle and gain strength. So taking Eric Helms' advice and then just kind of trying to go away from what I was doing before, I took about, I would say, close to a year off from cutting. I just kind of ate generally, didn't count calories. I always keep an eye on protein. I take protein powder, obviously. I keep an eye on it. But so yeah, I basically took a year off from cutting, and I've just been on like a lean bulk the entire time. I actually didn't gain too much weight. I probably gained like 20 pounds, 25 pounds in a whole year. So that's actually not that bad. Some people say you should gain about 1% a month, which is roughly right. So if I was 180, so about 20 pounds. It's about where I should be. But during that year, and specifically the last 6 months, I've really been trying to hit specific numbers on my lifts. As you guys know, and I've been talking about it for a while now, the main lift that I wanted to hit was 500 deadlift. Obviously I want to get stronger and everything, but that was my main lift. My squat is way behind my deadlift, as is for most people, but so my squat is only about, my squat 1 rep max is 350 right now. So I have a 350 squat, a 500 deadlift, and a 255 bench. So yeah, so right around there, I'm still chasing that 300 bench. That's obviously something that I want, but the deadlift was the most important. I just wanted that big 500. It's one of my favorite lifts, so yeah, I really wanted to do that. So after I got tested and I got those numbers and I got the 500 deadlift like I wanted, and I uploaded that to YouTube. That was the video I did a couple, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so that was the video that I uploaded, was the 500 deadlift. You guys can check it out right now if you haven't. But now that all that's done, my lean bulk was done, I hit the numbers that I wanted to hit, I gained muscle, I got stronger. Now I'm starting my cut. So I started my cut a week ago from today. My body weight at the beginning is on last Monday, a week ago, was 209.3. 209.3. And yeah, so that was the first weight that I weighed in at. This last week, I've obviously been doing the cut. Today was the first week's weigh-in of being on a cut for a week. So today I woke up, I weighed myself. I believed I weighed 207.4, 207.4, something like that. I was like 207.4. No, 206.2. No, it wasn't 207. It was 206.6, I think. Yeah, 206.6. It's close. Basically, it comes down to I've lost almost 3 pounds. Almost. I think it's 206.6. So it's 2.7 pounds or something. It's in the high 2 pounds. So 1 week I've lost 3 pounds. How was it? It's honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little hard. I was so used to eating like large volumes of food, large amounts of food, and kind of eating when I wanted. Now that I'm kind of like on an eating schedule somewhat, I kind of have to be, because if I don't, I'm gonna eat all my meals too early. I have to space them out. I'm paying more attention to the time that I'm eating. I'm paying more attention to the time that I'm eating, which is something that I wasn't doing before. Before I would just get hungry and not eat, and when I ate is when I ate. Now I'm like paying attention to the time, because like I said, I'm spacing out my meals. Besides that, the actual hunger aspect, I do definitely feel it a lot throughout the day. I think I'm on a good balance in the sense that I'm not cutting too hard. If you cut too hard and do something ridiculous like 800 calories a day, which some people try and do, then that's again, you're putting your body in that's too bad. Obviously, cutting is not the best environment to, like I said, to gain muscle and, you know, add muscle and gain strength. But 800 calories or something ridiculous like that is just so low to the point where it could be dangerous. So you don't want to go too low. My calories right now are around 1900 to 2200, somewhere in there. So I'm about 1,000 calorie deficit. So yeah, so which is putting me on track for about 2 pounds a week. So yeah, I am pretty hungry depending on the time of day. Not starving, definitely not starving, but I've been training for a while. I know my body on cut, so I feel like I'm right in that threshold where I'm on that line where if I try to cut any harder, I'm going to start seeing 2 negative effects, strength-wise and muscle-wise, and I don't want to, you know, lose a bunch of muscle mass. Obviously, if I lose a little bit on a cut, that's normal, but it can happen. That's not my goal, and I wouldn't be surprised if I actually got stronger either, since I'm going in this with a good mindset. But again, if you don't gain strength during a cut, that's definitely doable, especially for someone like, I mean, that's definitely understandable, especially for someone like me who's been training for a while now. So yeah, like I said, the volume of food's been kind of hard. Just, I'm making smart food choices. I'm eating foods that are very satiating, that give me a big feeling of fullness. And yeah, so I do those little tricks, drink a lot of water, and keep eating those satiating foods so I feel full. Even though I feel full, though, I can still tell that I'm not actually crazy full off of just pure raw calories. And it's almost like weird. I feel full, but like my body knows that it's just not calories. So that feeling of fullness that I'm getting from these satiating foods, it goes away fairly quickly. So like I'll eat, and then like an hour and a half later, 2 hours later, I start to feel a little hungry. Then about 3.5 hours, I start to get pretty hungry, but then it's time to eat again. And I'm like, okay, I'm held off. Yeah, so calories is 1900 to 2200. Protein's about 170 grams a day. Other than that, I mean, it's just going with the cut. So like I said, my first week weigh-in before I started the cut, on the first day of when I was starting the cut, was 209.3. I weighed in today and it was like 206.6, I think, somewhere around there, but almost 3 pounds is what I lost. So that's really good. Yep. And then every single week I'm going to give you guys a little weigh-in. Last thing to touch up on is, some of you may be saying, well, why aren't you showing your physique? I'm actually taking pictures of, and I'm taking pictures and video of every 2 weeks apart. So I'm not going to take a video every week, but I'm going to take a video every 2 weeks apart, and I'm going to have like a culmination video at the end. So basically I'm going to have a video talking about my cut overall, going over what I found hard, the pros and cons, kind of. Maybe I'll do a pro and cons of cutting, less science-based, more like anecdotal. But when it went at the end, I'm gonna put all my videos of me, my physique, side by side, so you guys are gonna be able to see like 7 to 8 versions of me. Probably, I think it's gonna end up being 8 versions of me. The first day weigh-in video, and then every 2 weeks, and then you're gonna see the final physique. Obviously, the final physique, I'm gonna get a tan. I'm probably gonna have professionally shot photos. I'm not gonna have the photos tampered with or edited or nothing like that. They may put like a filter on it, but I'm gonna tell them no filter to make me look. If you want to make the photo look dark and cool, that's fine. But I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna be, obviously I'm not gonna have anything done to my physique. I'm not gonna have no paint or none of that. I don't know. I've never done that, and I never will do that. So yeah, I'm gonna have professional photos done. Probably good lighting. I'm gonna have a pump. I'm gonna have a tan. So that's obviously gonna help my physique. But why would I not do that? You know, I'm trying to look good for my final pictures. So yeah, so I'm just giving you guys updates. It's been pretty hard. Made great progress sticking to it though. Sometimes I'm a little hungry, but that's understandable. Yeah, and that's gonna be understandable on anyone's case. Some people think you can never be hungry, and I'm not saying, again, you shouldn't be starving. That's the thing. If you're starving, that's different. If you're feeling sick or dizzy, that's way too much. I just feel a general hunger, kind of throughout the day. Not at all times though. When I eat, obviously after my meal, I'm not hungry. I'm about normal. I feel normal. So yeah, but thank you guys for staying updated with the channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell, subscribe, all that good stuff. This was just like a little kind of mini vlog, an update for my cut. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna do my cut this week, and then I will update you guys on how that goes next week. But I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.